can't stop.
Man, what's going on? It's your boy Zero to Chaos here, and this is gonna be an audio only video. Working on getting a better camera, so we're gonna be moving on up. Got a new mic. That's another video for you. Now check out that video later. I'm gonna post that up. But I'm here to talk about this movie, man. Your boy went to the movies recently, and I had to pick between two movies right now. And it was Justice League and Roman Israel Esquire. And I personally felt that a lot of YouTubers are going to definitely talk about Justice League because it's freaking Justice League. But I didn't think a lot of people were going to go see Roman Israel Esquire. The cast is amazing. You have like Denzel Washington, Colin Farrell, oh my god, I want to butcher her name, but Cameron Ejogo, and that was like the top three people that I knew going into the movie. This is not going to be an overall movie review. I actually just wanted to kind of talk about this movie because I actually really enjoyed this movie. There's not even a Denzel Washington movie that I don't like. I think almost everything that Denzel has put out there on film, I have just been in awe of. And at first, I thought this was a Spike Lee movie. I really did. How this movie is portrayed, how it's filmed, I was like, dude, this might be a Spike Lee movie. And then I found out the writer was actually Dan Gilroy. So that was actually pretty cool. This came out on Thanksgiving, so I obviously did not see this on Thanksgiving. I had way too much stuff going on at that time. But there was something about this movie that really touched me. And it all started from the beginning, the open sequence, when he is writing a case. He's putting together a case against himself for being a hypocrite, for being wrong and doing things not by the book and not by the code that he stands by. And that was a very big opening to this movie. You see Roman Israel Esquire had his own function in life, and his partner dies, and you can then see how everything in his life just got broken, and how he now had to adapt to this new world and this new ideology of society. And he's just kind of like, wow. There's a scene where he's speaking to younger kids around my age, I would say in their early 20s to late 20s, maybe some early 30s, and he makes a statement of like, hey, I can't see two women standing up and there's two young brothers right there sitting down, offer your seat to the ladies. And the females were like, no, that's sexist, that's crude. If I want to sit down, I'll ask him to sit down. And they literally go just toe to toe, and you see how Roman is just like aggravated, but you can see how they're aggravated, and how time has literally split us apart as a society. These are two human beings, but they live on two totally different planets because they just grew up in two totally different times. I had a good laugh there because I was like, man, this is insane, because we kind of can see it now. If you're in your late 20s, early 30s, it's sometimes harder for us to relate to a lot of the teenagers of today and the kids of today. Not just because they're kids and teenagers, but how quickly they have learned things, like how the labels of our society are different. There's a lot more labels out there. There's a lot more things to be justified, things to see. And Roman, he knows of it, but he's in his ways, man. Can't teach old dog new tricks kind of thing. And you see where George Pierce, Colin Farrell's character, who is the younger lawyer, who decides, okay, Roman, I know who you are. I know you bad. I can see that you take passion in what you do. I want you to come work for me as respect from your business partner who helped me when I was in law school. And Roman's like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go find my own way. So Roman pieces out. He's like, nah, man, I'm not about to sit here and take this dude's charity offer. Pretty much. He's like, I know who I am. I know what I fight for and what I have fought for. And that's going to get me a job. Well, as we know, as young people today, that's not going to get you far. So that's pretty much what happens. He gets turned down everywhere. He's an old cat trying to play with the new rules of the game of being a lawyer, and he quickly realizes that, man, I've been out of the game for a while. They're not really taking me as seriously as I want them to. That's where he meets Carmen's character, Maya, and she's a volunteer, I think, at a smaller firm. And she pretty much just becomes invested in Roman. And she starts to realize, like, man, this dude, he made a decision in his life at a young age. And you can see where she's like, man, look at him. He looks crazy on the outside, but on the inside, he has purpose. And that is something that I would say personally, that people who don't have purpose in what they do, you can see it. You can truly see it, like, not even in their face, but in how they uphold themselves. And that was something that if you do go to see this movie, I want you to really think about that. And that's what I went into instantly once I realized what this movie meant to me. Was I was looking to see, when did Roman Israel Esquire lose his purpose? When did he feel his purpose as a lawyer, as the man who frees these people from their wrongs? When did he lose that? And honestly, it was real, because of course he had to go into George Pierce's firm. Miserable, you know, he's up there with all these high class people, you know. Obviously they're not thinking of the people when they do their cases. It is money. It's a money game. Yes, we help people, but where's that money coming from it? And you know, Roman's like, I get you, but these people are being convicted for years and years and years. That's deep, you know. And Roman's like, that's still not acceptable in his eyes. A young man gets killed in prison, and Roman, of course, was at the end of this, where it was Roman's case. Roman tried to fight for this guy and get him pretty much off. This young man did not do it, but he knows the person that did it and where he can be found. He did convince the young man to testify. Of course, the young man gets killed. Roman, of course, feeling bad, that was his breaking point. To me, that was the tipping point where his purpose. You know, the firm literally was like, we're gonna fire you. We're gonna kick you out. So you know, his career literally is dangling. I can see where he's coming from. He's like, literally, I was fighting to do the right thing. The man loses his life, and now, literally, I'm about to lose my career. His moral standpoint got checked, and he literally decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do something a little bit more rash. And he pretty much used information that he got from a case to lock up the real dude and collected some money, some moolah. You should not be using confidential information to better yourself. And see where the money that he gets and how he transforms into this new society of a lawyer, I would feel. And how he's trying to now, he slowly was sliding into more of the George Pierce type of person. Just seeing him enjoying life as much as he can with this money. Long story short, karma's gonna always come back to bite you in the butt, and boom, he finds out that his next big case is literally defending the person that he snitched on. It's crazy. First, the dude is like, I know who you are. I'm not stupid. I wanted you here to let you know you snitched on me, and it's time for you to end up in your ditch. Roman freaks out. People start to kind of piece together what's been going on around him, and he makes the case against himself, calling himself a hypocrite. You know, he came into this career to better people, to leave, you know, the whole thing of leaving it better than how it was when you got it. I felt some kind of way, man, because again, like, real quick, just my personal life, you know, me trying to build something out of nothing, me understanding what I want to do in my life. And a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people, I feel like, especially young people, we don't take time to really look at what we want to do. What can we make our purpose to push us to the next level? Me doing podcast, all of this, that was my purpose. My purpose to do the best I can to entertain the people that are willing to at least listen. Yeah, that I'm not gonna keep going because this could be an hour and beyond hours of video. I just really wanted to touch on that part of this movie where, and I really understood where Denzel Washington was pulling this from. The writing was amazing. The actors did so freaking well. And honestly, I mean, if you're not really into going to the movies to watch these kind of movies, I'm definitely going to get Roman Israel Esquire on DVD when it comes out. You know, Blu-ray. I feel like this is a movie that you need to have, especially if you are, to me, a young person, an older person that is being tested, that has a purpose or understands what you want to do in life. And sometimes I feel like that reality call, you know, that just in case you ever thought about giving up and taking the short stick or taking the very rational way of doing something, you know, this movie really showed me, like, no, you need to stay in your guns. Do not become the hypocrite that this society wants you to become. That's it. You know, Roman Israel Esquire gets a thumbs up from your boy. I enjoyed this movie, of course. What did y'all think? Have y'all seen Roman Israel Esquire? Are y'all gonna go see it? If so, you know, put it in the descriptions below. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button, you know, and that like. Let's get this video up there. And honestly, guys, put some ideas down there for me, man. If you want me to talk about something, a topic or a movie or a game or something that I could put my little 2 cents on, my little rant. But until next time, guys, you know, be good out there. I'm out. Peace. I can't stop.